Hi everyone, how are you all going? Hope you've all had a wonderful week and a wonderful Easter. I am Jenny. I am from Melbourne, Australia, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. How are you all guys going? If you're on replay, please say hello and let me know where you're from. That would be absolutely unreal. And if you're on YouTube, can you please subscribe? Hit that subscribe button. That is so appreciative as well, so I can keep in touch and you know when I go live. Hope you've all had a wonderful Easter. It was a crazy busy one here. I thought it would be actually a relaxing one, but it didn't turn out that way. But it was a good one. So I hope you all had a great time, either with your friends, loved ones, family, whatever you did. What did I do? So Friday I went to Mornington, which is down the peninsula, and got to spend some time with friends. We sat on the beach and watched the sunset go down, which was eating fish and chips. So that was really a great relaxing time. So yeah, I did have a relaxing time there. It was really good. Saturday, I went to Port Fairy, which is 4 hours away. I went down there for the day to visit my mum and dad, and we had the best time down there to catching up with them. So all my family came with me, which was made it really special. So for mum and dad as well as for me. And then Sunday, I had people around for lunch. And then Monday, I had Tim's girlfriend's family around for lunch. So there we go. There was my Easter. So it was a good one. Like I said, catching up with everyone. But I didn't do anything of what I had planned on doing. As always the way, isn't it? Do you guys get like that? I always get like that. So it was a good Easter, but a crazy one. So I came back to work for a rest. If you can get my drift. That's how busy it was. Okay, I see a few of you popping on, so let me just log in and let me hop in and see who is there, and so I can say hello to you all. Okay, these card creations, hopefully this is turned down. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to press on that, open that up. Here we go. Hello, Angela, how you going? And Renee, how are you? Glenda, hi. Hi, Kaz. How are you? Lucia, hello. How you going? Barb and Colleen, hi, guys. How you all going? Great to have you all on. Again, it's the long weekend again. It is Anzac Day tomorrow, so we get the day off tomorrow. So there we go. So are you all going away for the weekend? I think my husband has to go to Bendigo for a gig up there. So I'm staying home because I have a lot of work to catch up on. I've got to get card and cover out by next Tuesday. So I've got to get all that out. So I'll be cutting and doing all sorts of things for there. And hopefully after that I'll be cleaning. Downstairs is clean. I still haven't moved in here properly. So once card and cover is out, I will be moving in here properly. That's the aim. Whether we get there or not, who knows? Hi, Corrine. Hello, Jane. Hi, Vicky. How are you all? Okay, guys, did you know it's free shipping? It finishes tomorrow. So please take aware of that. Okay, so it doesn't get to be free shipping all that often. So please, if you are wanting anything from Stampin' Up, now's the time to do it. See that cardstock behind there, behind me? I stocked up because, guys, cardstock is going up next month. Okay, so once it hits May, it's going up. So if you want cardstock and you're running low, now's the time to do it while it is at the cheaper price, not going up. So that's what I did, and that's it looks pretty good, doesn't it? I've done the top layer there, so I have stocked up. So yeah, because I don't want to pay those full prices yet. So so I would recommend that to you big time. Hello, Donna. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Helen. Hi, Barb. Barb, thank you so much. Belinda, hello, how you going? And yeah, so Kathy, thank you again too. Sorry, my scroll is doing funny things here. So, yeah. Hi, Pam. You put in an order for cardstock. Go you, because I'm like, this is what happened last year. I bought so many, adhesives went up. So I bought an awful lot of adhesives. And I think I got 6 months worth. So I feel like I'm saving money that way. Obviously. Okay. Hi, Danny. How you going? Okay, guys, tomorrow. This is what I'm working on. Catalogs will be going out to you and they will be in your hot little hands coming. Okay, so they're going to be in your hot little hands before the catalogue goes live, which is May 7th. Okay, so catalogs are going out tomorrow. I've been working on additional things to go in here. There will be no card. I'm really, really sorry about that. I ran out of time doing them, but I have written a note in there. So everyone that has said they would like a catalogue, they are in there. You will be receiving one. Also, everyone that has purchased from me in the last 6 months, you automatically get one. So don't worry about letting me know you'd like one. You're automatically getting one. Hello, Angela. How you going? Hi, Jane. Angie, you're back from holidays. I really loved the places where you went. You know I'm a beachy person, and that beach looked absolutely beautiful. Okay, I've been waffling enough, don't you think? How about we get into it? All right, let's just switch you around. And I put a jumper on before I came in here today, and now I'm hot. So I didn't play. It was very cold downstairs, and now I'm hot upstairs. So there you go. Hello, Joan. Thank you, Joan. Thank you so, so much. A Catty coming, it seems like it's taken forever. Yes, so Ange, because you're a demo, you need to pop an order in and then you'll receive your catalogue. Okay, so that's the way you'll receive your freebie, okay, your free catalogue. Okay, so speaking of catalogues, this is going in the catalogue as well. I am doing a paper share, and we are actually combining this with the catalogue plus new online exclusives. Okay, there is every 2 months, well, 3 months in this regard, we get new online exclusives. So please don't forget to look on the online exclusives on my shop, and they come under what's new or online exclusive. So just hop on there and see what's coming. We're getting a new lot, and I'm going to be working from one tonight. I'm sure you've probably seen other people work with this for a little while, but it's new for me. I haven't had time to play with it until yesterday. So, yeah, and hopefully I'm doing something a little bit different than what you've seen. I don't know. I haven't really actually watched anyone lately, so I haven't had time. So, speaking of which, online exclusives, I'm doing 12 by 6 packs, and you're going to get one of everything in 12 by 6. There are some that come in 6 by 6, so you'll be getting those as well, 2 of those, okay? So these are all the ones that you'll be getting in your pack. Again, some of them will be 6 by 6. Postage is included, everyone, so you don't have to worry about postage. So if you would like to have a paper share, and you know I've been doing this for quite a few years now, or when I say quite a few years, about 4 years now, can you let me know by 10th of May? So then I can order them and get them to you ASAP, because I can't order them at the moment. I'm only allowed to order 1 or 2, but that's not enough for me to do what I do. So I need to wait for the catalogue to go live, and then I can order a heap. Okay, so paper share is on its way. So let me know if you would like those. Okay, so it's $70 and you're receiving all of those sheets. Okay, now it's not just one of those sheets, it's like they're in categories. Okay, so there'll be heaps of like flower garden foils there. I think that's a specialty. You'll be getting 3 of those, 6 by 12. Floral Impressions is what I am using tonight, I think. No, Florals in Bloom, I think, is what I'm using tonight. You're going to get to see what that looks like. And I'll show you that in a little bit, but you're getting 1 of each of those in that pack. Okay, I'm just going to pop that aside. Okay, so speaking of florals, I'm going to show you the pack. And you can see I've been cutting into this yesterday. I had a lovely time with this yesterday. First time since I became designer, I had to order my, yes. The reason they've done that, Vicky, is to cut back on money. That was doubling up. So they just felt it was a lot easier, and I agree with them. It's a lot easier than to just pop it in your order when you order it, when you pop an order in, and that way, yeah, so it's a lot cheaper to do. Hello, Carol, how are you going? How's life in UK, my friend? Good to have you back on again. Okay, so this is Floral Impressions. I'm not Florals in Bloom, my goodness. Florals Impression. Kaz, I love these papers too. So there may be another class coming up with this in a couple of months' time at the moment. So, yeah. So these are the papers that I'm going to be using, and you'll get 6x12 of these, one section of these. Okay, so aren't they pretty? So these are the ones here. I have actually shown you these before when I did... Did I do a paper, a box reveal? I think I did. I have shown you these before anyway. So that's garden green here. And then you've got these here. So pretty. Weather is nice. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I'm glad weather is finding up for you guys over there. It's starting to get cold here. So there you go. You're going into summer. We are going into winter, which I'm not happy about. We've got pool party background. So like I said, if you don't like the front bit, you always can use the back. Okay, there's another one here. I really love this one. It's pretty. I love the colours. This paper is stunning. And we've got Fresh Freesia on the back. Okay, same one again. And look at this. You've got all the colours here that have been showcased, and all the dies and stamps that have been showcased in our bundle, which I will show you in a minute. Okay, and then on the back we've got, I think this one is Page and Craze. I think it is. I don't think it's the new one. Is this the duck one? I don't think it is. Anyway, I'll find that out. This one we're going to be working from tonight. I'm going to be playing with this one. I love this one. It's not my absolute best one I love, but I really love this one because it's going to work with what I'm doing tonight. Love it. And I've only got one sheet of that because I've been playing with it. And then we've got Strawberry Slush. So tonight I'm going to be working with a brand new colour, Strawberry Slush. And like I said, it's been, because I've been so flat out, yesterday was the first day I started using the new colours. So, oh my gosh, this is my favourite. Love it, love it, love it. Isn't it stunning? Now, like I said, I'm not a flowery person. I love flowers, but I don't go nuts over them. Give me cutesy any day, but this is stunning. Isn't it beautiful? I really love that one. And on the back, we've got Old Olive. So, you want to know the colours in these? We have got Crush Curry. It was Crush Curry. It was Darling Duckling. Darling Duckling was this one here, the yellow. Where's the yellow? The yellow one. There we go. Darling Duckling. See, I'm still trying to get used to these names. Fresh Freesia, Garden Green, Misty Moonlight. Old Olive, Peach Pie, Pecan Pie, Pool Party, Pretty in Pink, and Strawberry Slush. And Strawberry Slush is one of the new colours I'll be using tonight. Okay. All right, let's just put them aside. All right, so this comes as a suite. And it comes with 2 stamp sets that coordinate together. Okay, so we've got Sweet Blooms and we've got Impressions in Bloom. Now, you do not have to purchase a suite. This will be available to you May the 7th, okay, when these are available, okay. So I've been holding off playing with these because I didn't like to, show you too soon, because it's frustrating when you can't purchase things, or if you want something you like and you have to wait. I'm one of those people, can I tell you? Okay, so this is the one we're going to be playing with tonight. This is a gorgeous, stunning set. It is very detailed stamp, and you know I love a detailed stamp for those of you who have been following me. So we've got 2-step stamps here, or you can use it as just one stamp. It's up to you. I'm using it as a 2-step. I'm going to show you the colours that I'm doing with this one here. I've been playing around with colours yesterday, and today. So we're going to be using those. So as you can see, they're photopolymer. So you will need our piercing mat, okay, because there is, excuse my grubby piercing mat, because there's no cushioning in a photopolymer, okay, so that's why you need your piercing mat. Okay, you can build your flower up here. You've got a stem, all sorts of things in there. I love the sentiments in here. We've got thanks, and you can add so very much, or thanks for being here. I appreciate you so very much. Same thing, I appreciate you for being here. It's just a really, really, really good set. Now, am I out of, I'm just making sure, am I out of, I'm just going to move this up a little bit, making sure I'm not out of the camera here. Okay, so the dies. Hello, Maureen from Canada. How you going? Am I on later today? No. Are you talking about Will Spin? That's actually tomorrow for me. That's Friday for me. Today's Thursday night for us, which is probably obviously the same day for you too. So yeah, so that'll be tomorrow for me. Yes, most likely, because the card I'm doing tonight is going to be going on the wheel. So yes, I will be. These are the dies. Now, this is a Kraken die. They are fantastic. So you can do your outline here. You can move these together, join these together, and I meant to do one before, but I'm sure you've seen other people do this. Stick these together and they will make a beautiful flower that is detailed with embossing in here. So they are fantastic. So you've got so much variety here with your different sizes flowers, your leaves, your middle bit of your flower. This is what won me over, was basically these really, and the dies. You've got dies here to make flowers with dies, card and cup. We might be playing around with some of those with these together at some stage. So you'll be seeing this. These ones here are really interesting. I love them. I love the shape of them. I call this a big tic tac. I thought, what's the shape called? And I thought, oh, it's really just basically a big tic tac, isn't it? Does anyone else say that? It's a big tic tac. So I cut this out. So they come in two different sizes. All right. So as you can see here, if you cut this one and this one together, they will layer up. All right. So you can layer them up like so and have a nice little edge around them. Or if you cut this one together, I'm not going to do this because I'm sure you've seen other people do it. This comes with these two together like that. Okay, so you could stick this on here and that going around it like so. Or I'm going to say, wait, there's more. I'm like the nice person. For those of you who watched ads when you were a kid, there was a guy but saying, wait, there's more. It was always selling knives or something. He said, wait, there's more. If you cut one from here and one from here, you will obviously get that cut out and this cut out, and then this one will go on top. That one goes on the edging of it. This one will go on the top, and that's what we're going to be using tonight. This one's going to go on the top of this one because this is slightly bigger. Okay, so these are fantastic. All right, so I'm just going to put them back in here. So I remember. So I've already cut these out, ready to go. Okay, so colours tonight. What am I using? A lot of selection. Oh, I actually haven't shown you this one. This is another part of the suite. I haven't played with this as yet. I just didn't get time. And I must admit, I didn't need them tonight for what I have in mind. So this is the Sweet Blooms. We've got, if you're into scrapbooking, you've got lovely big letters here, which is really great. But again, great texture here, and you make your own flower. It's great. So I reckon this is a really good one. It complements the other bundle really well. And then you have big wording here. So that is lovely. And Bloom, you can have them as stamp form in here, or you can just cut them out and layer on top of each other. So a fantastic suite, everyone. Those of you who absolutely love flowers, you're in for an absolute treat. Okay, so we're going to play with this one. Holy dooly, I'm sorry I put a jumper on. I'm so hot in here. I might just open up the door. Hang on. Let some air in here. Okay, so tonight we are going to use our new colour, Strawberry Slush. I am in love with this. Yeah, red's my favourite colour, but this is like a pink, a sort of a pinky, sort of reddy sort of colour, and I'm absolutely loving this. Love it. Pretty in pink. So I'm making those two go together as a flower. We're going to be using Fresh Freesia and Blackberry Bliss, those two as a flower. And then I've got Peach Pie to use the middle bits, these two here, and then Garden Green, which goes really nicely with all of that for our leaves. Okay, so I've done my homework. I have cut everything out. However, I'm going to show you how to line these up and how I got these colours. Flowers, oh no, I know, Trudy, I didn't think you'd be happy with what I'm doing tonight. All right, so I have got all these, I've got all my bits and pieces out because we're needing a lot of stamping tonight. So these two make up a flower, okay? All right, now you will find photopolymer will stain, okay? There's nothing you can do about it. It does stain, all right, if you're using dark colours, and that's the Strawberry Slush. Okay, and then we're going to be using these two flowers. All right, those two, they make a set. All right, and then I need more of these. And then these two, and they make up these two. We're going to make small ones with these. And then we need these two little ones. One is just like a background, and this one's got texture for your inside of your the flower. So I'm just going to place them on here. I knew you'd be happy, Belinda. You'd be glad you hopped on tonight because we're doing flowers. I will be calling you, my friend. I've just been so flat out, so I'm sorry I haven't called you. Okay, so we're just going to pop them on here. I might just put you on here because it's a smaller one, and this one on here. And then for the leaves, hi Pat, how are you? And then for the leaves, we've got a background and we've got our texture one here, and I'm running out of room here. I'll just put them there so I don't lose them because I might move them around. So I'm just going to quickly show you how to line these up. They're actually quite simple in working out what goes where. Okay, so let's do the first one. Let's do Strawberry Slush. So I'm just going to grab my scrap paper out here. I might just do this one. Actually, no, I'll do this one because we're not going to be using that much. I'll do this one. Okay. All right, so the way I do this is I prefer using, it doesn't matter, it works out either way, how you do this. I prefer using the textured stamp first and putting your background over the top. I just find it easier lining it up and working it out that way. Some people prefer it the other way. I just found this is just easier for me. So I played around with both and I thought, nah, this is so much easier. So I recommend you to do that. So with this one here, we are going to be using Strawberry Slush. Actually, I do need this because I'm going to be stamping off. So we're going to use Strawberry Slush here. I'm just going to do one of each. All right, there's our Strawberry Slush. That is the background stamp. Isn't it pretty? All right, and then I'm going to go to Pretty in Pink. Pretty sure this is what I did. Pretty in Pink, and I'm going to stamp off. All right. I'll just stamp quickly off this one. Oh, did I stamp that in the wrong one? I think I did. I stamped it in Strawberry Slush. That was really good of me, Jen. I'm just going to get rid of that colour. All right, anyone watching the footy? My husband's came home and watching the footy. My son's at the game tonight. Richmond, my lot love Richmond, not me. All right, I've just stamped off. And then I'm going to go back again and I'm going to show you how I line this up. See this section here? See this section? I'm going to push you down a little bit. And hopefully I can see so I can line these up as well because you're right in my space now. See this section here? That is this section here. Okay, oh gosh, I did clean these. Gosh, I think they're scratches. This is this section here. Okay, so we're just going to turn it around and line it up like so. Can you see how that is working there? We're just going to make sure the edges are within the lines. And we're just going to go and stamp down. And hopefully, I'm looking through the camera here, so bear with me. And hopefully I've got that right. There we go. So that is flower 1. Okay, so that is full strength strawberry slush and second generation of Pretty in Pink. So I stamped it off. Okay, tone turned it off. Richmond isn't doing, oh no, that's not good. My son's at the game with his girlfriend and Jeff's watching downstairs. Actually, Richmond haven't been doing too well at all, have they? Oh, mind you, they won last week though, didn't they? Mind you, I know more about Richmond than I do for my own team because, you know, I barrack for Geelong, so, but mind you, I don't really watch it, so I'm too busy. Okay, so next we're going to do these flowers here, these two, all right? Now, seeing as I've got these two out and I just put them away, we're going to go around the other way. We're going to go backwards here. All right, so again, I'm using the background stamp and I'm going to go full strength, Pretty in Pink. All right, full strength Pretty in Pink. So that's what that looks like, the little daisy or whatever it's called. Okay, and now I'm going to go second generation strawberry slush. And it's really interesting with this one because it just feels like it goes to Pretty in Pink. All right, I'm just going to go there like that. And now to line this up, can you see those 3 bits there? They are those 3. Okay, because we've got that large gap there. So that is how you line it up. Well, that's how I find it easier to line up. So now this one's a bit of a, I'm just going to make sure I try and get in there. I can't, hopefully I've got that right. I can't see. All right, and then we're just going to press that down and hopefully I've got it. I did. All right, so there we go. Can you see the strawberry slush stamped off? Looks like Pretty in Pink. Only a lot lighter. Isn't it cool? I thought that was quite interesting. So we got that daisy there. All right, so I'm going to put them away. We're done with those. And get rid of those. Done with you, done with you. Get this, so I've got some room on here. Next one, we're going to use Fresh Freesia and Blackberry Bliss. I never use this colour, but because it's in the Designer Series paper, I'm using it. And that's what I love about DSP. We use colours that we don't normally use and encourage you to do that, and which I think that is really great. So I'm really happy with that. All right, so this one is going to be the outline. All right, it's a funny colour, blackberry. Okay, so that's it there, because that's what's in the papers. Okay, let me just grab a paper out. This is the paper that we're going to be using. Can you see that? It's Blackberry Bliss, and on the background it's Fresh Freesia. I know I've done a different colour to what they've done here, but I'm okay with that. I mean, I wanted to do my own thing as well. All right, so we've done that. And then, oh, Richmond's in front now, Trudy. Oh, well done. I'm surprised I haven't heard any cursing down there. That's probably why. Okay, again, we are going to stamp off with this one, I think. Did I stamp this off? I think I did. I can't remember. Did I stamp this off? I don't think I did actually. Let's just see. I don't think I did. Okay, and with this one here, you have 3 little bits there. There's a big long one. I don't know. That goes down here. Okay, so you just line it up. You can easily tell if things don't work, okay, because they don't line up properly. Can you see how that lines up nicely? All right, I'm just going to stamp that down. I did. There you go. All right, now that didn't really, I must not ink that properly, so I'm going to do another one. How much is the sweet, Jen? You know what? I should have got on there. It's not available till May the 7th, Belinda. So when I chat with you, I will let you know how much it is. The whole suite is about $200, but you don't need to have both sets, both bundles, if you don't want to. So the bundle would probably be around about, what, $90 or something like that. Any other demos on here might be able to help me there. Yeah, so I will be putting all the prices on here when I pop the card up, and I'll let you know how much it is there. But I'll give you a call, Belinda, because I'm going to anyway, and I will let you know. All right, here we go. That's better. All right, so that is my version of that. Can you see it's pretty close? I think it's okay. So that's how you line up these flowers. All right, we've got our leaves now. I'm just going to 215. So Kaz, you're an angel. Thank you. Kaz has got the price there, and that's for the designer series paper, the embellishments, the ribbon, and 2 bundles, and that's for $215.75. Thank you so much, Kaz. Okay, same deal with our leaves. I'm just going to get rid of these, pop them up here. This is going to be interesting. All right, I'm going to do it with this, and I'm going to change over because this is quite big for just a small stamp, so it won't stamp all that well. Okay, garnet green. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to use the oh God, I can't get my words out tonight. The textured one, that just stamps down like so, and that's fine just on its own, isn't it? But we're going to go further because, hey, why not? And then this is our background. Now I will be stamping off. All right, and then just placing that over like so. All right, okay, so there we go. They are all the flowers that I will be using tonight. I've already done them. I've done multiples of these, so you don't have to watch me cut them all out, because seriously, it's a bit boring to watch me cut them all out. So, oh, I forgot something. I haven't used peach pie. I haven't done the insides. So how about we get those done? How could I forget the insides? All right, so we've got 2 of these for the big one, and 2 of these for the small flowers. Okay, so again, I'll just do the big one. We're doing the textured one first. No, will I do the? No, I'm going to do the background one first. I'm really changing around this way. All right, I'm going to stamp off, and we're just going to go in the middle of our flower. All right, you can barely see it, but it's there. And then this is going to be full strength with our texture, and that is going to go on the inside like so. Okay. Now that little white spot is supposed to be there. Can you see in the stamp, there's this big white clear little blob there. That is what creates that section there, okay? Isn't it cool? Okay, so let's do the small one, and then we'll start making a card. All right, this one here, again, stamp off. I'm going to do the same again for this one. And that one. And this one. So this is Peach Pie I'm using. And Peach Pie, again, full strength for the middle of the flower on top of that. All right? Okay. So, like I said, I've done a heap of these, so you will be able to see how I've done them, and when you get to play, you will know how to line these up. It's so simple to do. All right, I'm going to put all these out of the way. So I've got room on here. Okay, so let's grab out my goodies. Okay, so I have not cut out something I thought I had. So I'm going to cut out a background for starters. I had done that, so who knows what I've done with it. I'm just going to grab another piece of basic white. And we're just going to do the basic layering tonight. All right, so we're going to go to 14.4 by 10 centimeters. All right. Okay. And what we're going to be doing is we are going to be placing this. No, that's not the one. I need the big one, the big Tic Tac, the big large Tic Tac. This is going to go over the top like so, and that's going to be sitting here with some DSP under the bottom. Okay, so I'm getting rid of the small Tic Tac. For those of you who just joined on, I think these look like big Tic Tacs, so that's what I'm calling them. Okay, so I'm just grabbing out my adhesive glue mat here. So for those of you who do not have the fine tip glue, I'm going to show you how I do this without a fine tip glue. I do have a fine tip glue, which is got, I filled it up with multi-purpose glue, our glue, but I know a lot of you don't have it. So I just want to show you how I do this, okay, without getting glue everywhere. We do this a lot in carding cuppa. So, all right, so all I'm doing is I popped a little bit of glue here. I'm just grabbing a little bit on my nib, and then I'm just lightly going over like so. So you're not going to get glue oozing anywhere. All right, so it's very, very light, and you're just pushing that along. I'm not going completely all around with it. I'm just doing it in bits and pieces because you don't need to. All right. I'm not even pushing the glue or anything. I'm using this glue that I'm tapping into. So if this helps, if not, I would recommend a fine tip glue if this doesn't help you. All right. Okay, so we've got that going. All right, and then we're just going to place this on top, my big Tic Tac, and we're just going to place that on the top of our big Tic Tac here. Does anyone know what this shape is? Because it's going to be a Tic Tac all the time for me. It's bad. Anyway, it is what it is. It's my Tic Tac. All right. The center does make a huge difference in those flowers, doesn't it? You also can make different flowers with the dies and layer them up as well. So, I mean, that's another live in itself. But I just thought we'd do stamping tonight, so because I don't normally do stamping, do I? Okay, so we've got that going there. I've got a little bit of glue on there, so I've just got a wet one beside me. I'm prepared tonight. And I'm just going to wash my hands, wipe my hands with this so I don't get glue everywhere. I'm using a glue mat. So it's under tools, and you'll see this under tools. Danny. So this is a glue mat where it helps, look, once that's dry, it will just wipe away, okay, that glue. Also, you can do mirroring techniques and all sorts of things, which I've shown before. But yeah, it does look like an Easter egg, doesn't it? It really does. So once that's dry, it'll just peel off, okay? So it's just a rubber mat, but it's very, very handy and a great tool to have. Okay. We've got that going. All right, now let's have a play. I have got heaps of flowers here, so I'm just going to tip these out. Whether we use them or not, I don't know, but I came prepared. I've got lots of leaves, and this only took me 5 minutes to do. The cutting, 5 minutes, not even that. It was so quick and so easy to line up. Now that's something, like I said, if you wanted to do just the dies, you're going to get great, thank you, Lucia, you're going to get great detail with just the dies in itself. So card and cover, we will be doing that at some stage. Okay, so it wouldn't be me if I didn't go and do and zhoosh. So with me, these ones here, I'm just going to just fold these in, and I'm just see with this, I'm just folding it in with the petal, following the way the petals are creased there. All right, so I'm doing that. All right, and they will sit up nicely. Well, that's the whole idea anyway. I could do little a die and pop the insert in there. I did try it, but I thought, no, we're doing stamping tonight, so I decided against it. So we've got that flower there. These ones here you can use on their own, okay? However, I played around today and I thought, oh, what would they look like together? And they look pretty cool together. So we've got alongside this section and a short side. That's how I work out the difference here. I'm going to do the opposites, and I'm just going to place it like that. So it doesn't look too bad together, does it? It'll look better once we zhuzh it. So I'm going to do the same thing again with our petals here. I'm pushing them in together like so. Can you see that? Just to make it something a little bit different. All right, I think I've got it all done. All right, it just makes them sit up and look a little bit, you know, a bit more authentic than having them flat as a pancake. And I'm going to do the same again for this one. And then we're going to put them together with our trusty glue dots. And you all know I do love a glue dot. It's about the same as Winker Stella. I've got to have a glue dot. All right, so we're just going to go in like so. Like that. Okay, so let's put one together. All right, I'm going to use 2 glue dots on the back of one. All right, and again, these are fine on their own. It's just me giving you another few little ideas of what you could do with these, okay? All right, so I'm looking for the short section and the long section here, so I'm just going to place them like so, okay? And then we're just going to fluff them up. All right, crinkle them up a little bit. And they should look like a flower, another flower that has a few layers on it. What do you think of that? So that's what I came up with that. So I thought that looked pretty cool. So I'm going to do another one. I've got 2 of these. All right, I'm just pushing them in where this fold is here, where these folds are there, and just pushing it in. I mean, there's no such thing as perfect flower, is there? None of them are flat, so that's what I'm trying to achieve here. Okay, so we've got one done, and then we're going to do the other one. lovely time doing this today. I tried a few different, different ideas on other flowers as well. Some worked, some didn't, but this one I liked. All right. Reminds me of the paper flowers we had a couple of years ago. I love those. Okay, again, we've got that going. All right, and again, we're just going to put that on a glue dot. So work out which side you prefer. I prefer that one on the top, so we'll just go and pop that on. Again, 2 glue dots. I'm just doing 2 to make sure they stay together. They will. Glue dots are very, very strong. So again, I'm looking for the short side, which to me is this side. The petals, they're short, and these are long, so that's why I say the short side. And then I'm just putting my long side up against them like so. And there we go. There is our flower. All right. So we've got 2 flowers there. All right. Okay. So you could still do the same thing again here. Now, if this was red, like strawberry slush and the same as this, you could put another layer on top like that if you wanted to. I did try that. It was okay, but you could do that. But I wasn't really what I was wanting. So again, I'm doing the same with this one. Just going into the petals here, because I just want them to sit up a little bit. All right, I've got 3 of these. So this set is going to be available May 7th. So May 7th, which is, I think I've got another live, and then it goes live, I think. I think it's Tuesday week. All right. So we've got them all sitting up nicely like so. Okay, if you don't think they're nice enough, just, be rough with them. Just place them up like that and they'll sit up nicely. Okay, so, and I've got heaps and heaps of leaves. Oh, I didn't do this one. Same again. Sorry, might get a bit boring after a bit. So again, we're just shushing these. Now, if you really wanted to be pedantic, you could cut them right down if you wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm a lazy crafter, so I'm not going to do that. But that would work even better with them zhushing. All right? Okay. All right, so we're done. I'm going to do this a little bit more. Okay, so let's start designing. Okay, I could be all day just zhushing those. Okay, so we've got our little guy here. So basically what I'm going to do is do an arrangement of flowers just along here. Okay, and it's just a matter of playing around. And I'm not a flower arranger at all. My mum is, I'm not. So I didn't really inherit it, but I think I can sort of get by when it comes to these. When it comes to actual flowers, nah. Okay, so I've got these 3, and they're just to sort of lighten up this colour here. It needs a little bit of lightening up, doesn't it? I tried all sorts of different colours, but they were too close to this, so I thought these look pretty cool. So, and plus they match what's in the designer series paper. So this is basically what I was trying to do. Now, it looks a bit fiddly here, but once I've got these stuck down with glue dots, they're going to stay in place. Okay, so that's basically what I'm going to try and do. And then we've got to put our greenery on to break up all that colour. Okay, and that's where the leaves come in. So what do you think, guys? What do you think of that? Okay, so they are what I was trying to recreate, but with my own sort of design. Colorings. There's some colors there that don't match up to what is there. Okay, so again, 2 glue dots on this. So just going to place that there like so. Now, I love glue dots simply because I can move them. So if I don't like something, if it's not in the right spot and I need to move it over a little bit, I can move it. Okay? And that's what I love about glue dots. All right, so that might be down a little bit too low. I might just move that up a little bit. Makes a difference. All right. And then we'll do 2 of these on here. Again, I might have this way down too low, but we'll see what happens. Put that there. And then this one. All right. Okay, so we've got those going. We need to break that colour up, don't we? So this is where these come in. These ones, the purple ones. So I'm just gonna, I think I'll only do 1 on these. They're not as big. So we need 1 in here. Maybe 1 in here. It looks much better once I get the greenery in. And we'll place 1 down in here. All right. Okay. I didn't put anything on dimensional simply because it's 3D enough the way I've zhushed them up. Okay, here we go with our leaves. So I'm just going to place a few leaves on here. And it's just easy to take off. I probably won't need all these leaves. In fact, I forgot about leaving a flower for the inside of our card. So I forgot about that. I do have some stamped, so maybe I could use some of those. All right, let's just see what we've got here. I just think these leaves are weird, but that's just me personally, because they're not round. I just, yeah, they're a little different to me. So we need a bit of greenery in here. I'm just going to do 2 here, but apparently that's the way these flowers have. There's this sort of spike, which I think that's a little bit different. All right, I'm just going to move this over a little bit because I want our sentiment to go here. I want to make sure it fits what I've got planned. Okay, so I'll just pop a bit of greenery here. Whoop. Push that down a little bit. Okay, we need 1 down here. And I think we need some in here, don't we? See what that looks like. That looks a bit funny. Let's go on the side. I'm going to push that in. Right in. Okay. That looks weird. I'm going to have to put 2 there, I think. I'll just 2 different sizes. And that looks a little bit better. I'm only used to having leaves that are rounded, so that's why I'm just saying it just looks a little bit different. But, you know, it works. So there we go. So that is what I have got so far. So we zhuzh these right up and sit them up. Now, I could put another glue dot underneath these and they will stay up completely. If you could be bothered doing that, I think that looks fine. So there we go. There is our flower decoration. Okay, so let's grab out our sentiment grab our stamp set. Where did I put it? There it is underneath. Okay, so I just thought I'd do, this is your card, by the way. So I just thought I'd do thanks so very much, or I could do thanks for being there. I appreciate you. I probably wouldn't, well, it's not going to fit across here. So that's why I just thought thanks so very much. Would you get more use out of thanks very much or thanks for being there? You love that leaf shape? Oh, my battery's going low. I might have to change over. Just hang on. I'm just changing over to my iPad. Yeah, I'm just so used to having leaves rounded, that's all. But they work on this, don't they? All right, I'm just going to go into my iPad here, and my computer's about to die. I'm just going to log off here and just change over. It's good having a backup. Hello, Colleen. How are you? Okay, so hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to do thanks so very much. Okay. So, what's that one say? Thanks for being there. I'll do thanks so very much. I'm sure you guys have got, you do thank you cards? Well, you do now. Okay. Just going to grab out one of these blocks and I'm just going to do thanks. And I'll just do this one here. So very much. Now I'm just going to do this in Memento Black. Now this is going to be dangerous, isn't it? I'm going to go straight on here. Woohoo! Now normally I would probably put a background, and I'm known to do background or splattering or something, but I don't want to take it away from here. Plus, we've got designer series paper that I'm going to be putting on, and it's quite busy. So I've decided against that. So here we go. Wish me luck that this, it goes nice. I'm going to flatten you down, flower, because there we go. Whew. And that's nice and straight. And then we've got thanks very much. Okay. Yay. Woohoo. Don't you love it when it don't stuff up? All right. So thanks so very much. All right. I'm happy with that. All right. Let's just put that aside and let's get our card going together. I showed you this designer series paper here. So as I said, this is quite busy. So that's why I didn't do any of the white. Now, what I'm planning on doing is just placing it across like so. I'm going to make that 10 centimeters here. So I don't want to waste any of this designer series paper. It's so pretty. So I'm just going to go over like so. This might be quite a sharp V. I would have preferred going sort of like that, but it's okay. I just made that up as I go. I don't have measurements or anything for that. So I'm just going to place that on here. I'm not embossing this because I think I've got enough going on with what we've just made. Okay, so let's grab our glue mat. And we're just going to place glue on this and place this on the card. Basic white. All right, I'm just going to place that on here. Isn't it pretty? I really like this. Okay, and then this is going to go on dimensionals on here like that. Can you see where I'm going with this? All right, so let's grab our dimensionals. You can see it's quite quick to make. And the flowers to cut out, like I said, only took 5 minutes, and that's doing all of them. So it didn't take long at all. I do one in here, don't want saggy pants there, so we will. Nothing worse going to do all this work and then your card sags. All right, and we're just going to place that there like so. All right, I'm just going to sit that just to make sure I've got that right. I have. All right, so there we go. You can sort of see the slant there now because I did go a little lower. I'm actually okay with that. All right. Now, this is where you have to help me. This is your card. The background, everyone. What colour would you like the background to be? We have got 3 selections. Actually, we've got 4 selections. You have got strawberry slush. Everything will go with this. It's just what you prefer. We've got strawberry slush. Okay. Or blackberry bliss. Okay. Or pretty in pink. Doesn't it all go? It looks really good, doesn't it? I'm just going to see the comments here. I think they're frozen. Okay. Or we can just go back to basic white. Which would you prefer on your card? This is your card, so you tell me which would you like. Okay, I personally think that looks lovely, but I think we need a bit of colour. Why not? So they are the 3 to choose from. So which would you like? Blackberry? Can I tell you, Pam, Blackberry Bliss was my pick. And I don't like Blackberry Bliss, so that was my pick. I got 2 for Blackberry. I think that works, but it's a little bit too much to me. This one definitely works. But Blackberry really makes it pop, doesn't it? Pretty in pink. It's hard, isn't it? So a majority are Blackberry Bliss. So one more and we'll see Blackberry. I think Blackberry is the winner. So sorry, Kaz. The card is going to be Blackberry. And can I tell you, that was my pick. I looked at it and I thought, Blackberry. A colour I do not use, but it's the winner tonight. All right, so I'm just going to go in and go 10.5 because I've already used this. And this is where I forgot to do the inside of our card. Okay, and that is going to go on the top like so. Now, I'm not going to put dimensionals on. We've got a lot going on here. So technically, even though there's no dimensionals on here, they look like another layer, don't they? So I don't want to take it away from what we've just created here. Where's my bone folder? So I'm just going to glue this down. Okay, so let's grab our green glue, or our multi-purpose glue, as I should be calling it. Okay, and just place that in. It's pretty, isn't it? It really pops with the blackberry, doesn't it? All right, now, I didn't do the inside of our card. I didn't leave a flower, but the ones that we've cut out tonight, we could do something with those. So I've also got scrap here. So we could do something with this. There we go. Could do something with that there. So I'm just going to quickly cut another piece. I've got any of that left? Yeah, I have. Beautiful. So we're going to go 10 by 14.4. Trudy, you're loving flowers. Yoo-hoo! Thank you, Trude. All right, and we're just going to go, say 1.5 centimeters. Let's try that. And just place that along there. Now, actually, I think that's a bit too big for what I have in mind. I've got those flowers that we did before. So, where are they? often too, lots of flowers disappear when I have just used them. I cannot find them. Oh, there, no, that's the stamped off ones. Does that happen to you? You go and do something and then it disappears on you? Crazy, crazy. Oh, there they are on the other side of this. Okay, so I'm just looking at this. We've got two of there. We could just use one of these, couldn't we? Now, I could actually cut this out myself, so I'm just going to do it. By the time I line these up, actually, no, I'm going to cut. I'll just quickly cut them. And then we can just put a blackberry one here. I think it's this one is going to be too big for this. At the back there, we could do that. No, it's too big. So I'll just quickly do this blackberry one. Okay, dies. You should see my desk. Oh my goodness. Ah, thanks, Angela. Okay. All right, so that's it there. I'm just going to do, will I do one flower? I'll do two. I've already made them, so why not? Let's just do two. I'm going to quickly cut these out. I'm going to push you up a little bit, and I'll do them with you. All right, excuse my plates. I do have new plates on its way. They have been working overtime, and I have no nice plates left, so please excuse my plates. I have new ones coming, and I cannot wait. Hello, Julie. Oh, understandable, having a snooze. My goodness, with your packing, I wouldn't know where to start. Always good to have a snooze. Now, with this one here, can you see, just like how we lined up our stamps, we're doing the same thing with our dies. And we've got this section here and this section here. So they've got three little petals here and here. So that's how I line mine up with this one here, okay? So I'm just going to place that through. Sorry if I'm moving you. Sorry. All right, and then we'll do another one. Do the other one. Okay, same again. All right, let's get rid of these. Okay, now we're back in business again. Let's put this die up here. Actually, there it is here. I'll just put that back in. I'll fix that up later. Okay. Let's glue that down. Actually, we've got that and we've got that. I might do Pretty in Pink splatter. Wouldn't be me if I didn't do a bit of a splatter. Okay, I'm just going to do a bit of a splatter. I'm just going to get my adhesive mat. It'll just wipe off because it's water-based. And I'm just going to do a little bit of splattering around here. Instead of doing a blending like I normally do, I thought I'd just do a splatter. Now, I'm not going to zhoosh these up. Actually, I will. What the heck. I'll zhoosh them. I won't go to the extent like I'm doing at the front, though. So we've got one there and one here. All right, now I need to do a little bit more in our splattering. Need to go a bit higher. Just trying to keep it in a corner. All right, let's see what that looks like now. That looks better, doesn't it? We've got a bit of texture in the background there, and I like those two flowers there. Okay, let's glue this down. Oh, wrong way. Gosh, that was close. You haven't started? I wouldn't know where to start, Julie. My goodness. Wouldn't know where to start. All right, and then we'll just glue that down. I'm not going to put a glue dot on these. It's the inside of our card, so it's going to get flattened anyway. But I'm not going to glue all the way down, all over it. I'm just going to glue just the middles, like so. There we go. All right, let's place that on the back of our card here. How's the Richmond scores, Trude? They must be going okay. I can't hear Jeff. Okay, so we've got that going. I think it needs a bit of twine. Do you want to have a look at my twine here? Look at this. Do you think a few little fur balls attacked this? They did. It dropped on the floor and I forgot to pick it up. They were having a lovely time. Oh, gosh. Anyway, this is retiring, everyone. I'm devastated because I absolutely love this. So much so, I end up buying quite a few more packets because it is so easy to work with and it's gorgeous. So I just hope they bring it back. So, little wrap bags. For those of you who don't know, I have two little, they're not little anymore, mind you. I've got two little rag dolls and they've just turned 1 and they're very mischievous. And they got into my twine, which was my fault because I forgot to pick it up from the floor when it dropped. So they consider it theirs. All right, so I'm going to grab a glue dot for that. Just that it needed something, don't you think? And I'm not really a ribbon person, but for this twine, I thought we could use that because I think a ribbon would be too much. So let's just place it under here because I've done so much of this card, I might as well just do more. There we go. So we've got our gold. I could have gone a little bit bigger in the bow there, but you can see it. Okay. And I'll just cut that because that's sort of fraying on me. Okay, and then we have got these as well. These are also coming on May 7th and are part of the online exclusives. Aren't they gorgeous? They are strawberry slush, and obviously we've got plain, but they've got gold in it. So that'll complement the gold twine and also the colours that I've used here. So I was thinking I might just... I'm thinking about going the pink one here. I think this is pretty in pink. So I'm just going to use 3. And you know, this is the hard part for me, is where to put these little guys. But I'm just going to, like I said, you can move these when you get this card. If you don't like where I put them, feel free to move them. I so don't mind. Okay, there we go. All right, all we need now is a bit of Winker Stella. And guys, we are done. Because it's not a Jenny card unless there's a bit of Winker Stella, and a bit of splattering. So I'm not going to put Winker Stella all over like I normally do. I'm going to grab my Winker Stella. I want it in the inside of our card. Now, I'm not going to colour everything here. Tigers are down. I think I might stay upstairs, Jane. Oh, I'm surprised he's quiet. Because he knows I'm on a live, probably. That's probably why. Not cursing at the TV. All right, so what I'm going to do is, if I just coloured all that, for me personally, okay, it's fine for others, but for me personally, I think it's too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little bit of splattering with the Winker Stella. That way, it gives a bit of a splatter, like a bit of a bling in there, but it's not overpowering. All right. If you haven't got a juicy Winker Stella, go for it. I have a juicy one because it's sort of new. I opened it up 2 weeks ago and I haven't really used it much. So, all right, so I'm just going to go in the middle here. I just don't want the splattering, the Winker Stella to take over from the flowers. So I'm just going to go in here, making sure that goes on those little middle bits, whatever they're called, stamens or something. I think I've got, oh, one more. Not going to see this one, but still, I know it's there. Other way. All right, there we go. Okay, can you see? We've got little speckles, that's it. There is our card tonight, everyone. So they are from the dies, Impressions Abloom. And that's the stamp set. So this is the bundle I've used from this section here, and also one of the paper shares will be, oh, hello. I was just about sitting on my chair and only sat on a cat. I didn't even know he was there. The Impressions Abloom Designer Series paper. So you will be receiving half a pack of that when you sign up for the paper share. So this is just one of them. So that's what I came up with, the stamping side of things. I mean, there's all sorts of things you could do with the dies as well, just the standalone dies, making up flowers, layering up the flowers. Okay, so there we go. All right, I'm going to pop you back over. There we go. So I hope you enjoy seeing how to do that, and just see it is quite easy with the two-step stamping. And don't hesitate to layer up, experiment and layer up your stamps, your dies, whatever. Some work sometimes they don't, you know. So the only way we can work it out is by having a play and working it out, you know, working it out ourselves and just seeing how you go. Hello, Rebecca, how you going? So don't forget, free shipping finishes tomorrow at midnight here in Australia. So don't forget that. Like I said, card stock, I stocked up because they are going up at the start of the new catalogue. So if you want to get card stock at the normal price now, I suggest you stock up. That's what I did. What else have I got to tell you? Paper share, which I've already shared with you all. So let me know soon. Catalogues, they are going out tomorrow, everyone. I got caught with the storybook workshop and cutting cuppas. So and Easter was crazy. So they're going out tomorrow. Okay. So yeah, let me know if you would like a catalogue if you haven't already. And I think that's it. Tomorrow I will be wheel spinning. I know it's Anzac Day tomorrow, but I will be spinning in the afternoon, okay? I think we sort of have a bit of a time period between 11 and 3 with Anzac Day. So it'll be after 3 o'clock, just letting you know. So I just want to, in consideration to Anzac Day. So we'll be spinning this wheel off. And for those of you, comment and share, you go in the running for this one. Thank you everyone so much for joining me tonight. I really, really appreciate it, and I might see you tomorrow. See you everyone. Bye.